Glamour Pink, The Beginning, Episode 1. Under diamond-hard stars, Glamour Pink lifts her face to the sky. She whispers a vow to learn the art that feels like a spell. Ancient power stirs, her horn gathers a pale, living radiance. With a sweep of light, she casts the glamour to walk as woman by day. She breathes in her future, eyes bright with purpose and grace. At dawn, a pink haloed sign appears on a quiet corner street. Glamour Pink arrives and reaches for a key that feels long familiar. A passerby slows, puzzled by a shop, both new and remembered. She turns the key, the haloed sign brightens as light spills inside. With a gentle push, she opens a place that feels destined. Silver water curls through pastel meadow as Glamour Pink nears the bank. She lifts her heels and lets sunlight bead along rhinestones and pearls. Toes skim the cool current as she studies sky hues, mirrored in water. She closes her eyes, mapping color sky, blossoms, river into a private palette. She steps along the bank, chasing a sparkle that flits across the current. Night opens like velvet. The clearing breathes under a dome of cold stars. She tilts her head, eyes reflecting constellations as if reading their language. Twilight mauves fold into moonlit lilacs across her quiet, listening face. A soft glow gathers at her horn as she imagines art that feels like a spell. She presses a hand to her heart, vowing to capture these colors in living art. Morning sun spills over satin and rhinestones as Glamour steadies her breath. She adjusts her headdress, pearls catching light like tiny planets. Her tawny eyes meet the mirror. She centers herself for the day. She smooths the magenta dress, a private nod to discipline and grace. Earrings align, necklace set, she exhales, ready to begin. Sunlit counters glow as breakfast becomes part of her ritual. She plates everything neatly, an artist's symmetry on porcelain. She eats quietly, eyes lifted toward the morning news. She loads the dishwasher, every gesture measured and graceful. A final glance at the screen, then the room returns to silence. Velvet and crystal frame her as she balances grace and resolve. She stands, draping a light pink jacket over magenta satin. At the mirror, she checks her necklace, a final gleam of certainty. She inhales, then turns toward the door with clear intent. The glitter pink Corvette awakens beside the rose gold garage. She settles into the seat, the cabin bathed in rosy light. A nod of gratitude passes toward Lakshmi and Vishnu. She guides the wheel, the driveway unfurling like a promise. Lantern halos shimmer as the Corvette glides into the old street. She steps out, heels catching light with every measured stride. Before her, a sign reads, "Glitter and Glamour." She approaches the pink-tinted door with purpose and calm. Glam glass meets her reflection, glass face luminous and unguarded. Tears gather, catching candlelight like tiny stars on glass. Glamour Pink steps close, presence steady as a hand reaches. "I don't want to hide anymore," she whispers to her own reflection. Glamour Pink embraces her, holding the moment until silence settles. A sleek lobby thrums, sunlight stripes marble and glass. Glam Glass enters, head high, makeup gleaming like morning. Unseen by most, Glamour Pink offers a quiet blessing. Glam Glass signs in without flinching at the front desk. Across the lobby, two gazes meet for a heartbeat of courage. Bright lights reveal a short runway before watchful chairs. Glam Glass steps onto the runway, lashes flickering like comet tails. She pivots, revealing the makeup's feathered gold strength. At the back, Glamour Pink watches, hands folded, calm and proud. Casting directors lean forward, expectations quietly breaking open. News spreads, the studio door gathers a gentle, hopeful line. Glamour Pink holds the door half open, welcome steady and bright. Two women with different marks of power cross the threshold together. She gestures them toward mirrors that promise becoming, not masks. Outside, the street hums as word of welcome keeps traveling. Night gathers. Only those who need it seem to find the door. Glamour Pink stands ready, brushes arranged like instruments. She checks her tools, each shimmer calibrated to reveal truth. Beyond the door, footsteps pause as the next story approaches. Glamour Pink turns slightly, ready to guide the next transformation. Neon breathes over rain-gloss pavements as Glamour Pink locks the studio. Photographers angle for magic their cameras cannot hold. Editors trade frantic messages under crystalline streetlight. Celebrities whisper, bargaining for a chair, touched by wonder. Her legend grows in the night air, elusive as starlight on rain. Inside, shelves glow with lunar vials and bowls of jeweled powders. She grinds petal to pigment, moonlight waiting like a promise. A single drop turns color into living radiance. She tests the sheen, seeking an unreplicable whisper of light. Formula perfected, she notes a secret in candlelit margins. Thunder rumbles as the door opens on rain-silvered hair and hope. "You're not human, are you?" hangs between lightning and breath. Glamour Pink answers with a quiet, luminous certainty. She gestures inward, inviting the storm-tossed girl to shelter. "Neither are you," she says, lighting honey and starlight calm. Glam Glass admits her glass-born shame and the fear of tomorrow. With a steady hand, Glamour Pink guides her to the sacred chair. The room holds its breath as craft readies to become spell. Brushes whisper, gold wings, comet lashes, dawn soft lips. Comet tails settle, freckled constellations brighten her cheeks. A coral glow blooms like first light at the horizon. Satisfied, she lets the silence seal the spell into courage. Lavender candles glow as Glamour Pink welcomes the day's first client. She hangs her jacket and gestures toward the rhinestone-lit chair. Pigments shimmer, petals, gemstones, and saved eclipse light await her touch. Glamour Pink's reflection steadies, purpose bright in her eyes. She invites the client to sit, the room breathing quiet confidence. She senses the story beneath skin, brush hovering like a promise. Eyes open, she chooses a petal pigment that glows like sunrise. First stroke lands, tenderness mapping the client's hidden radiance. She blends, breathing patience, the mirror holding space for becoming. Colors harmonize, the chair feels like a throne for truth. Headlines gleam, the miracle artist draws eyes and footsteps. Phones light up, appointments bloom across glowing screens. Glamour Pink steps outside to breathe the city's bright hush. Editors murmur at the lamppost, eyes flicking toward the pink door. The door glows gently, as if calling the right hearts inside. Afternoon light turns lace into liquid gold across the vanity. Glamour Pink blends light along a client's cheekbones. She freckle maps a constellation that twinkles when she lifts her hand. Quiet listening replaces chatter. Her presence does the speaking. Candlelight warms tan skin. Craft becomes an unveiling. A crumbling theater leans into twilight at the world's stitched edge. Glamour Pink peers through broken glass toward a hidden ritual. Inside, a woman paints at a mirror, conjuring another self. Revelation flashes makeup is spellwork, artistry that awakens truth. She steps back from the window, purpose igniting for the path ahead.